Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Mob Psycho 100 season 3 episode number 3 and 4 reactions. Two episode reactions today, and also next week will also be a two episode reaction because I have missed two episodes. I was out on vacation, that's why I wasn't able to react to them, and I'm a little bit kind of behind. So today episode 3 and 4, today episode I think 5 will be coming out, and next week episode 6 will come out. So next week I'm going to do episode 5 and 6, and again catch up to the anime. So that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, two episodes today, next week as well two episodes. So there you go. All right, the previous episode, which was episode number 2, we meet Yokai Hunter, I think that's what he called himself. And he kind of hired us and we did a few things. They're gonna fought a little few yokai, and it was not a big deal. Mob was there, and Hasegawa, I think that was his name, Hasegawa. Yeah, I think so. I forgot his name. That the new guy, he was also there, and yeah, everything worked out pretty well. And also later on, we get to see the cultural festival in Mob's school, and Mob was kind of thinking what to do. His group at first was like, oh, what the hell, I don't want to do all these get into more of these type of complications. It's like it's a pain. But then by the end of it, when they complete the thing, they were like, all right, I'm glad we did it. So that was the thing. While also Mob wanted some ideas for the models of the ghosts, or the things that they're going to scare the customers. And he actually solved this on his own when he went and fought those enemies, or the monsters and the spirits he fought. He got his ideas from those. And yeah, that was crazy. It was like a the battle was amazing, but obviously Mob is nothing for Mob. But Mob got his inspiration. So there you go. First time, I think this is the first time that he actually solved a problem completely on his own, without any help from outside. So there you go. Nice progress. All right, let's start. This is episode number 3 reaction. I'll react to this, discuss about it, then I'll go to the next one. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles in the timer here. Sync to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Oh, these are Tsubomi's friends. Oh my god. Wait, it's rainbow colored. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, my god. Oh my god. I think this is the first time we're actually seeing Subomi's inner thoughts. Oh, Mob is here. Well. Oh, nice. He I kind of noticed that. That means I think this is the first time we're actually seeing them interact properly. Yeah, there you go. Hmm. Yeah. See you later. Wow. Yeah, that's all it takes. Obviously. Oh, that's her. Oh no. Oh, she's here. Telepathicist. Yeah? Did he make some promise like that? What the hell? Oh, wait, she's. Yeah, I don't think that's what's happening, but. Oh boy. Hmm. My time has come! Yes. Yeah. Alright. I guess. What the? No, I think it's probably Ritsu. No, it's because of Ritsu, isn't it? Oh, it's like there you go. Like I said. Oh no. Hearing things. Oh god. Whoa! What is this? Oh no. On high horse. Oh, this is also an emotion. Damn, his face changed completely. Now it's a JoJo character. Wow. I wonder what's going to happen now that he's 100% and he's like, his emotion is like, as they say, high horse or whatever. Right. Oh my god. Yeah. What is wow, everyone's like roll cake. It's so funny actually realizing that they're actually worshiping broccoli. Wow. Yeah, that's a whole cult. God. Yeah, true. Hmm. Continues to grow even more. Whoa. Yeah. Oh, that's what Dimple is planning. I was wondering what he's planning. Oh god, Dimple. Oh god. Dimple, getting carried away 100%. Oh boy. It's either Tome or Misato. There you go. Things are changing. Yeah. Audition? What is happening? This is the. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think he cares. They're lame. Oh my god. Wow. Hmm. Oh no. His voice. His voice. Oh my god. Ah! Everyone needs me. Yeah. Oh my god, Dimple is here. Dimple is like the devil, you know, on your shoulder, whispering stuff. Well. Wow, Dimple. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh my god, here we go. No, that and this is different. That's not the same thing. Yeah, like this is something else. No, if that's even, it's gonna make it even more problematic. Oh boy. Oh my god. Ah! It's me! Yeah. Okay. Okay, then. Wow. Okay. Oh, I was wondering. He was kind of. He's glowing a little bit, isn't he? His flames are a little brighter, aren't they? Hmm. Hmm. Well. Wow. Serizawa. His name is not Hasegawa, sorry. Oh my god. Uh. Yeah, better than nothing, you know? Yeah, that's nice. He's like, I'm popular now. Oh boy. Uh, oh yeah. No, not they, but Misato wants you. And Dimple. Kind of. Psycho helmet. Religion, yeah. Oh my god. What the hell is going on? Yeah. Reagan is like, oh, maybe I can. Yeah. Good. Ah! Yeah, he needs to dress up, I guess. Ooh. What's he going to hand him? Oh, no. Wow. Usually gives him like 100 to 300 yen. He's giving him 5,000 yen for this, business opportunity. It's a good investment. Hmm. Oh, what's his name? Teru? Yeah. All right. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, the roots and everything. Like, the more the broccoli is growing. Oh my god, mobs, stop. Ah. They're looking at. Stop! No. All right. He's going to even become more. His face is going to change. Ah! Oh no. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, Okay. Wait, what's wrong with it? Wow. Ah, I'm so busy. What's up with his outfit? Oh my god. Wait, oh god. Did she forget or something? Oh, she's probably. Oh my god. She's probably just. Dragon Sai. Oh wow. Oh yeah, this guy is here. Rising Sun. Other random weirdos. The police will probably get involved anytime soon. Our founder Hussein. Wait, who has appeared? Wait, I. What is happening? Why is Mezato not answering? She was pretty hyped up about the whole. I can understand Tome, but why Mezato? What the hell? Who's this? Is this Dimple? Oh my god. It's Dimple, I think. It's. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh boy. Yeah, everyone's like. Right. Oh boy, here we go. It's a broccoli. Oh no. Okay, so it is Dimple, isn't it? I think so. How did he make that body? What is that? Oh, it's. I don't know. Is it made of the broccoli? Like, the body that he made? He needs a body to do that. Like, what was he? Okay, that's it. All right, so there you go. This episode. It's yeah, stuff happens here in this episode, kind of. So basically, at the beginning, we kind of see a little bit more of Subomi, and I think this is the first time we actually kind of get to hear her inner voice. You know, like everyone has an inner voice, like you know, like we get to see what she's thinking, and we can see that obviously she, like I've always thought about it, like is Subomi really this perfect naturally, or is there like you know she tries hard to kind of keep this image, and we can see that she is trying quite hard to maintain the image of like the prim perfect person. And yeah, so that's basically like you know we kind of see here in this episode what Subom is thinking, what type of a person, like up until this time, like you know there's like always a mysterious like you know thing surrounding her. And whenever she like you know appeared, like I always thought like you know like what is going on through her mind, you know, what's happening. And there you go, we kind of get to see here what's going on. She's just a normal person, you know, like just like everyone else. She's also uh thinking about stuff, and like you know like very normal stuff. They're kind of is kind of thinking about it and everything. And here we can see like when her she kind of sneezes and like snot comes out, she's like, oh my god, like I need to protect my face so that nobody can see it, like otherwise none of my image is going to go down. And obviously her friends were too persistent. They were like, oh, like when Subom is like, okay, I'm going to, you know, like, do you have any tissues? And they were like, no. And then she's like, okay, then I'm going to take this, like you know, this thing and go and put it in the garbage, like you know, incinerator. And they're like, oh, let us go as well, like you know, it's like kind of trying to go along with her. And she's like, no, 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 there's no need. But they're like, no, 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 let's go. And at that moment obviously we can see that she is thinking that, oh my god, like you know, if these girls get to see like you know like my face like that, then they're going to post it in like you know like on social media and everything, and it'll be a disaster. And this also kind of shows what type of friends she has. So basically yeah, she and her friends are, she's basically putting up a whole front in front of them, and she herself knows that these girls are probably going to like you know like tarnish her image in any way possible if they get that opportunity. Like they're that type of friends, I guess, you know, otherwise you know why would she think about the whole situation like that, you know, like. So yeah, and I kind of get that feeling about their like you know friendship as well. Like it seems as if they're just hanging around with Subomi just because she's popular. Like this is basically that type of a friendship. I'm not sure, like you know, but that's the vibe that I'm getting from this whole thing. And Subomis also knows that, oh, if they get to see my face like this, they'll probably snap a picture and show it to everyone. And you know, like, so there it goes. Which in itself is kind of unfortunate that she has friends like this, who is going to like you know try to kick her down when she's vulnerable. Like no one needs friends like that, like honestly, like you know, like obviously like it's a little joke and everything. If you do it something like in a joking manner, like, oh, like you know, haha, I snapped a picture of you like that, you know, that's funny, and there you go, that's it, you know, that's okay, like friends do that. But them actually trying to ruin her image actively, if they're actually people who does that being her friend, those are not friends, you know, they're basically just staying beside her just because of her popularity. And you know, that type of a thing. So yeah, and it's unfortunate to see that like you know a person who's that popular, like that's the unfortunate thing about like you know most of the characters in anime that we see who are extremely popular, that people who just wants to like just wants a piece of that popularity hang around with them, and they're just there for their own selfish self-interest. And you know, like these characters never get any proper true friends. While obviously Mob, he doesn't have many friends, but the people that he has within his circle, they're genuinely good people. You know, they're not with him because they're like you know trying to get something from him. That type of a situation, like the Body Improvement Club, you know, like, and who else? Reagan as well. Like you could put him in this category because deep down inside you do know that Reagan wants the best for Mob, even though he's a little bit, you know, still, you know, he's a good person. And yeah, these type, like, and the other people, like, his brother, his like his other friends, even the telepathic club, all that. Anyways, enough about Tsubomi. So while she was in this, like, predicament, Mob comes in, and Mob kind of noticed it, and Mob is like, all right, like, like, you girls, they're calling you, the teacher. And Tsubomi is going to go away, but Mob is like, here you go, like, gives her the tissue. And like, this is the thing, she could be free with Mob because he's her childhood friend, and that's why she was like, she took the tissue and, like, did her thing and, like, threw it away. So there's no image to maintain in front of Mob. That's why she could do that. And there you go. So after that, we actually see Tsubomi directly talking to Mob. We've seen Tsubomi kind of interact with Mob, in flashbacks, in like other sections as well. But we never saw them talk face to face. This is the first time we see them talking face to face, and it's a very normal conversation. I was wondering how she was going to interact with Mob and all that, but it's a very normal conversation. She's like, oh, like, we've not talked for a while, like, and he's like, yeah, like, true. And then obviously she's like, all right, like, thank you for the, like, tissue, and goodbye. She leaves. So there you go. Now, there's one thing I do wonder: why did Tsubomi stop talking to him? They were quite good friends when they were childhood friends. So I do wonder the reason behind it. Like, you remember that scene where she said something like, in the flashback, she was like, oh, I'm bored of all these telepathic, like, these Esper things. And she, like, like, because previously, before that, Mob used to, like, show her his powers, and she used to like it. But then that happened, and I guess after that they stopped talking. So I do wonder why that happened. Is it because, again, because looking at her, like, and her inner, like, thoughts, I could kind of say that she is probably a type of person who, like, like, does stuff to maintain her image. That, like, living a fake life to maintain her image. That type. She seems like a person like that. But I'm not quite sure. Like, this is barely the first episode we actually see her interact. So this is just a guess. I might be completely wrong. But if that is actually like, something that she thinks like, then maybe that is the reason why she stopped talking to Mob. Because, like, people might say, like, oh, who are you hanging out with? That gloomy kid, like, that type of thing people might say. And maybe because of that, she decided to stop talking to him. I don't know. Like, these are all guess at this point. I'm not quite sure. This is barely the first episode we see her talk. So we'll see. Hopefully we get, like, a proper explanation of everything. Anyways, so there you go. Like, then she leaves, and later on Mobs goes out, and then she meets Mesato. And Mesato is like, all right, like, the Psycho Helmet religion, you need to come. They're doing stuff. Tome comes in, and Tome is like, do you realize you promised me you'd find telepathist on some? I don't understand one thing. Like, they made this whole, like, like, plans and everything. Even Tome herself came and approached Mob and told him that. Why did he not contact him after that in this episode? Like, I don't think this was a joke that she played. Like, she seemed pretty serious. Like, oh, you're kind of like a telepathist, Mob. You remember, don't you? And she's the one who approached him. Hopefully the next episode answers my question. Like, what the hell happened? All right. Anyways, they're like, all right, then goodbye. And, like, they each of them make their own, like, statement and just leave. And then comes in Emi. I think this is that girl, the girl who dated Mob for, like, 1 day or 2 days or something like that, or a few weeks. I'm not sure. I think that this is that girl, isn't it? Yeah, I think so. And she's like, oh, you're quite popular, aren't you? Huh. And Mob is like, wait, I'm popular? And then in his head, he's like, wait a minute. Yeah, it's true. And he was still not fully convinced, but in comes Ritsu, and, he's like moving with Ritsu, and he sees everyone looking at them. And I'm like, god damn, Mob, they're looking at your brother, not you. But obviously, like, he's in his high horse, so he's like, oh, they're looking at me. And he's like, just adjusting his collars and everything. He's like, he's like, oh, this is my time, his face changes into a JoJo character, and it's like, and Ritsu's so happy. Oh boy. All right, then we go to the next scene where we see everyone's making a huge deal about the tree, calling it the divine tree. Everyone's like making it like a, like, I don't know, like some kind of a recreation spot. People like snapping pictures, you know, like doing other stuff. And yeah, this is crazy. Now this is the thing, you know, like Mob says this in the later section. It's like people are just having fun, but this is the thing, like, you know, like there's like a fine line between, like, you know, something when it's like just having fun, but then it becomes a lot more serious. And that's what happened later on. Up until the section when it's just for fun, it's fine, but then when it gets too serious, it goes out of control. Especially something of this, you know, like this like, you know, like this much, this amount of, which has this amount of potential. It's crazy. Like this, like, you know, like, and this is, I feel like this is something that's true, like, you know, IRL as well. Like popularity is something which obviously makes something, you know, a lot more relevant, and it is good, obviously, but at the same time popularity brings in a bunch of its own problems, you know. Like this is also the thing about a lot of animes as well. Like animes which become too popular, not only anime, anything, like anything, you can talk about any game, you say, any anime, any TV show, everything, like it applies to it, everything in this world. Like when it gets a bit too popular, it brings in its fair share of weird things with it, you know, like a fandom and stuff like that, which is like just huge, you know. It starts becoming a more, like, you know, like, you know, a lot more problems starts breeding, and, you know, like a lot of things happen. That's why, like, you know, a lot of like shows, I'm not going to, like, you know, mention them, but obviously I'm pretty sure you can understand which shows I'm talking about. A lot of shows have, like, you know, like the more bigger it grows, the more people it attracts, and the more toxic the fan base becomes. And that's true in every, like, you know, everything in this world. Similarly, this also happened here. Like at first it was like, oh, everyone's having fun, but then in the end of this situation, like, you know, thing, we see like things starts to get out of control, where each and every, like, you know, group are like, oh no, this is because of that, you know, this tree, the reason why it's here is because of this reason. And there's that another group who's like, no, it's not because of that, it's because of this. And they like started, like, you know, just fighting with each other and everything. Like this is what happens, like, you know, like too much popularity, you know, it brings in a lot of good things, obviously, but at the same time it brings in with it its fair share of problems. So there you go. And all right, we see all that is happening with the broccoli, and people are worshipping this, like, you know, this like, you know, this broccoli, and talking about this founder and all that. Okay, so later on Misato calls him. Like I said, you know, they were not playing any practical joke with Mob, you know. Like Misato was pretty serious. I'm pretty sure Tome was also pretty serious about the whole telepathy thing. But then why did they not contact him? That's the thing. Like I'm kind of curious about it. Anyways, Misato calls him, and obviously his mom is like, you know, kind of sneaking around, like looking like, oh, my son is talking to a girl. Oh god. And Mob is, like, you know, talking to Misato, and Misato is talking about, like, you know, him going and like, you know, just participating in the audition. Like imagine, you know, they're holding an audition for the founder. Like wow. It's crazy. And Misato is like, yeah, you don't want to do it because, you know, like who knows, like what type of weirdo will come in and, like, you know, just snatch this whole founder thing away from us. And she's like, you know, like, and she's like, and another thing, like if you're able to do this, you'll be extremely popular. And obviously Mob, that word rings in his ears. He's like, popular? Like his face changes. And he's like, all right, I'm going to do it. And Dimple comes in later on, and I was kind of curious. I was like, Dimple is kind of glowing a little bit, isn't he? His flames and everything are a little bit more prominent, I feel like. Because before this, he kind of looked like a dying flame, like, you know, it's going to go out anytime, that type of a thing. But now he's kind of burning, you know. So I was like, damn, like what's going on? And we later get to know he's actually feeding on the energy, and so that's his plan. Basically what he's trying to do is everyone, like, you know, like whenever someone makes something, worships something, like, you know, like forms like a divinity forms in it, and the energy that they put into worshipping that thing, it kind of persists, and Dimple is feeding on that and trying to become stronger, and he's going trying to become like a god or something. And yeah, like that's the thing, I've seen I've seen in multiple stories, not stories, animes, yeah, stories, animes, and stuff like that as well, is like that obviously like gods are omnipotent, but there's a reason why there's some gods who are everyone talks about, and some gods who are like the gods who everyone, a few of them has forgotten about, and the difference in their power is because of the amount of people that worship them. Their power is directly kind of linked with the amount of people that worship them. And that's why gods that everyone know about, very prominent gods, they are extremely strong, while there are like a few gods who are kind of forgotten, very less people knows about them, that type of thing. And so yeah, the divinity or god's powers are comes from their their subjects, their people, the amount of people that worship them. If people stops worshiping gods, their power will, they won't have enough power, their divinity will fall, that type of thing. And that's basically what's happening here. Like they're putting like a random thing, like a broccoli, they're putting their thoughts into it and their prayers to it, and it's kind of nourishing it, and it's getting stronger and stronger, and obviously Dimple is feeding on that, and he's like, oh, I'm going to become the founder and all that, he's thinking. And obviously at the beginning he was not like, I'm going to become the founder. He was like, me and Mob are going to become the founder. Mob will be the the person, and I'll be the person beside him, helping him out. And we see him going to Mob and telling about it, and he's like, I think the fact that he kind of denied the whole thing that Mob is popular kind of made Mob a little bit angry. That was a very bad way to start a conversation. Like the first thing he says to Mob is like, oh, that's probably your imagination or something like that, he says. And Mob gets pissed off. Mob is like, what are you saying? You weren't even there. Even though Dimple is correct, still that's not any way to say something like that to your friend. So Mob was pissed off from the beginning, and obviously after that, when Dimple starts talking about his own goals and how Mob can become the founder, Mob is like, this is not about you. Why are you getting so hyped up? If this is something, this is my decision, and I'm going to be deciding what I'm going to do and all that. And why are you becoming so, And Dimple brings the argument that, oh, I was the one who was the leader of this group, the LOL group. But Mob is like, no, that was something you made by brainwashing people. These are things that people are doing on their own. They're not being brainwashed. They're just having fun. And like I said, it's all well and good up until everything is, just they're having fun. When it gets past that, it becomes crazier. And that's what happened by the end of this episode. And and then Mob kind of starts kind of Mob says, oh, Dimple says that they need a leader, and he's like, oh, it can't be you, Dimple. The one who everyone is seeking is me, not you, Dimple. And Dimple is like, what the hell, this guy is getting a bit too carried away. But then Mob is like, no, I don't want to be the founder and all that. And but Dimple obviously is like, no, we want to do this because this is our opportunity, otherwise someone else is going to take it. But Mob is not interested in power, so he's like, okay. And then obviously Dimple is like, no, I want more energy, and Mob is like, nah, you stole it from the broccoli. Yeah. And Mob starts making some statement which kind of hits him hard. He says what makes you different from the other guys? Dimple, why don't you give your schemes a rest already? There you go. And obviously Dimple is not happy about that and just leaves. And yeah, there you go. So this whole thing was a little bit this whole conversation and everything was wrong in so many ways. First of all, the thing that, like, Dimple, the way Dimple started the conversation was just deny Mob's popularity. So Mob got pissed off at that, number one. Number two, Dimple start talking about the whole, the religion and everything, and saying how, we want the power and the energy. And he just brings out his own intentions and his own motivations behind doing all of this, which obviously Mob is not happy about, because like, this is he's just trying to manipulate the situation, and Mob is really not interested in power. So, like, in many ways it was so wrong. And in Mob's, like, perspective, a few things that Mob said was also kind of wrong. For example, he talks about how, oh, Dimple, you're doing this just to get power. It's just, you're just like the other guys. While the fact that Dimple came and asked Mob and told Mob about the thing, and like, wanted his help, in itself kind of shows that Dimple was trying to kind of rely on Mob a little bit and wanted him on this as well. So Mob just denying that and saying that, oh, you're doing this all for yourself, I'm pretty sure that that kind of hit Dimple a little bit hard, because Dimple was like, what the hell, I came here to tell this to you and include you in this as well, and I just wanted to be beside you, and now you're just denying that whole thing and telling that I'm doing this for my own selfish reasons. That in itself is something I feel like that Dimple probably felt bad about, because he didn't need to come and tell Mob about anything. Like, I can understand he's trying to manipulate Mob, but still, the fact that he came to Mob and told him about this whole situation kind of shows that he kind of regards him as a companion. And we've seen in season 2 as well that Mob and Dimple, they have worked together previously. We've seen Dimple save Mob multiple times, and even when he had the opportunity to take over Mob's body, he didn't do that a few times. So, which kind of shows he kind of warmed up to Mob. So suddenly Mob telling something like this to Dimple, obviously because Mob was himself a little bit pissed off, I'm pretty sure that Dimple felt bad about it and decided, like, what the hell, what am I doing coming here telling him about this? I could have done this on my own. And he just leaves. So that's why I'm saying this whole conversation was extremely bad. None of them went to the heart of the situation. They just kept talking about their own thing and their own perspective and got pissed off at each other. So that was a very awkward conversation that they had, and they kind of, like, ended up just going on their own direction. All right, and later on we get to see that Mob, Reigen, and Serizawa, that's his name, I called him Hasegawa. Oh boy. These three, like, they're talking about, like, they're talking about Serizawa's, like, school. And while Reigen is talking about how, like, stuff that are happening and in no way involved with, like, what do you call them, like, these type of spiritual or esper related thing, people are just calling him for, like, doing odd jobs. And yeah, so later on Mob kind of has a conversation with Reigen, and he talks about how he wants to go to the gathering, and at first Reigen was like, what the hell, like, you want to go into the gathering, like, and he was kind of skeptical about it. But then he's like, wait a minute, let me like, research on it. Goes to the internet, checks it, and sees that it's like, at first he thought maybe it was like just a little fan group or something with like 100 followers or something. But then he sees like there's like 58,000 or something, 5,800,000, something like that followers, and he's like, what the hell, this is crazy. And he realizes, he's like, wait a minute, it's like a good business opportunity. And he's like, all right, Mom, do it. Like, everyone needs to be a founder at least one time in their life. But don't forget to mention that you have a master, And, and Mob is like, okay. And then Reigen's like, you know what? Like, you need a proper clothes for it. Like, here you go, 5,000 yen. And I never really imagined ever to see Reigen actually give a 5,000 yen note to someone. And this happened just because he probably thought this being an investment. He's like, yeah, I'm giving 5,000 yen to Mob now, and this is going to multiply later on to 5 billion yen. And he's like, oh my god, like, like, this will be crazy. But obviously, like, Mob is very happy. Mob is like, oh nice, like, a bonus, and yeah. Then he goes out and he's kind of thinking about asking Ritsu about like, some advice. And then Teru, wait, his name is Teru, isn't it? I forgot his name. Wait a minute. Uh, I think his name was Teru. Was it? Yep, Teru. There you go. That's correct. So Teru comes in and Teru's like, "Oh, let me help you out." And Mob is like, "Yeah, it's okay, but fine. Let's get. Yeah, you can help me out." And again, everyone's looking at Teru, but Mob is like, "Oh, they're looking at me." And Teru starts talking about uh, the what's happening in this place and like the roots and everything. And Mob ends up talking about how he feels as if everyone's looking at him. And I'm pretty sure Terry was just joking here or something, kind of gassing him up. It's like, at first Mob was like, I'm pretty sure that's not exactly what's happening. People are not looking at me, but it feels nice. But then Terry's like, no, Mob, wait. It is actually you. I'm like, why are you gassing him up? Like, what? I guess Terry probably wanted to be a little bit more like, let me just give him a little bit motivation, and a little bit confidence. But Mob is letting that get to his head, a little bit. But anyways, they kind of go and pick some clothes, and they are able to decide a good dress for 5,000 yen. And I'm pretty sure Teru made probably kind of made a joke about the dress that he picked for him. It's like he talks about some brand, like some monkey brand or something like that, he says. And it's literally a shirt with monkeys on it. And Ritsu, the next day, Ritsu's like looking at Mob, and Ritsu's like, wait, you're going to wear that? And Mob is like, yeah, it looks good, I think. And he goes out, everyone's just looking at him. Oh god, I'm pretty sure they probably made like a little joke about that whole thing. I'm not quite sure why he picked that for Mob. But either way, alright. Now, next he is he's waiting and he's like, alright, let me call Tome, and they're not answering, and I was like, why are they not answering? They're the ones who told Mob about it, and why are they not answering now? Especially Misato. Like, Misato was pretty hyped about this whole thing. Okay, now next we see in the actual place, like in the vicinity of the tree, like everyone's like having a meeting and everything, and there's like multiple groups that are involved in there. Okay, and the auditioning starts, and there's so many groups. The first is the testimony of the earth, and they're like saying that this is a message from the earth, the divine tree. Then comes the dragon side. The divine tree is the legendary dragon's nest. What? Some random weirdos. And then comes the teachings of green. The divine tree is a sign that nature is angry. I can see this being like an actual thing. People might say like, oh, this is like like a message to us for everything that we're doing to nature. And there's like so many groups, and then in comes that guy, that guy who we have seen, that Esper guy, and he's saying like Rising Sun Spiritual Union. That's the name of his group, and he's saying like we, the Rising Sun Spiritual Union, shall look after it, and all these things are happening. They're like giving the audition and all, and later on we get to see that actually someone has come in front of them as posing as the leader. And everyone's like, oh, let's see who it is, while Mob is just waiting outside trying to call Misato and Tome. They're not answering, and I'm so confused. I'm like, why is Misato not answering? I can understand Tome, maybe if Tome like played a joke on him, but it didn't look like a joke still. But then Misato, what about Misato? She was the one who told Mob to come and everything. But anyways, they're not answering his calls, while Reagan is just waiting in front of the camera, not camera, sorry, in front of the TV or the laptop to see what's going on. And we see this person. Looks weirdly like Mob, kind of looks like the Psycho Helmet Religion logo. And I'm pretty sure that's Dimple, and I don't know how he made that. Probably he made it from broccoli or something, I'm not sure. But either way, he made that. And that's him talking, I think. And he's like, oh, I'm the founder. And later on, Mob realizes that his battery is dead. Reagan tries to contact him, but since the battery is dead, it's not happening. And over there, the fake leader of the religion, he's like, oh, like, I'm going to lead you guys, but everyone is like, what the hell, like, no, this is a fake religion, like, and everyone starts fighting amongst each other because each group is like, oh, the divine tree has emerged because of this reason, and the other group is like, no, it's because of this reason, and everyone's like, kind of just wobbling around. And this fake leader, he's like, I'm going to show you the proof that I am the founder, and he brings out like a broccoli in front of everyone, and he's like, there you go. And obviously I'm pretty sure a lot of people are convinced by looking at that, you know. And that's where it ended. Let's see what happens in the next episode. Like, my god, like, Dimple up to no good again. Just a sec. All right, let us begin with the next episode. This is episode number 4. So yeah, I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. What the hell? Why did she not? What's going on? Oh, what is going on? Oh my god, it's Simple again brainwashing them, because Misato is the one who knew always that Mob is the real one. Why is she telling this then? Oh boy, I think maybe that's what happened. That's why even Tome did not contact him. Yeah, that's probably what's going on, because I'm pretty sure Misato came in that gathering, and I think Dimple probably brainwashed everyone or something, just like he did before. Because yeah, it's weird. Misato is saying like, I'm sorry you're not involved, but I tried to get you involved. But Misato knows that, oh no, wait a minute, never mind. Misato knew about the previous one. This broccoli thing, yeah, this broccoli thing, she just made an assumption that Mob is the one. So maybe that's why she's saying that, oh, I made a mistake, it's not you. Okay, let's see what goes on. Divine Tree 1, the founder appears. There you go, something has happened. Something has happened. Probably Dimple. Yeah, oh god, here we go. Here you go. It's Dimple. Oh my god. Yeah. 2 million, god damn. Yep. But the voice. Yeah. Like, it's fine, but the fact that they are brainwashing others, I think they're brainwashing. Oh my god. What's going on here? Because of the roots and everything. Yep, there you go. Exotic plant. Yeah, it's a broccoli, isn't it? There you go. You cannot do anything. Yeah, like you're getting money. Oh, it's a lot of less money. Hmm. Oh my god, imagine trying to destroy that broccoli. Oh no. Powder? Oh. What the hell is going on? Oh no. Who wants broccoli croquettes? Broccoli. Broccoli candy. I like broccoli, but not as candy. Oh my god. This is normal. Oh no. This is how they're doing it. So it's not hypnotized. Not hypnotized. There you go. It's... Whoa. A barrier. Oh my god. It's like an auto defense mechanism. Yeah, that thing. Yeah, there you go. You think that's bomb? There you go. Oh god. Uh, oh, is he out? Yeah, he's out. He's out of the brainwash. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, is he trying to brainwash again? Yeah. Ah, okay. Whoa. Oh, nice. There you go. It's made of broccoli. It's Dimple, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, he might be able to do a lot of things because he's like his powers are related to plants. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he understood. Like, what does Dimple plan on? Like, he's destroying the city. Like, what does he expect by doing this? Oh no! Oh no! He's been brainwashed, or something happened. As long as people praying to it, it's Dimple. Yeah. Hmm. Oh my god! What the? Yeah. No, Reagan, look around you. Reagan. Oh god. He's saying from personal experience. Yeah, what do we do? Lift it. What? He carry it? Oh my god. Yeah, how can he carry that thing? Oh, Teru? Hmm. What's happening to Ritsu? Let's see. Yeah, I was going to say that. Oh my god, mob. This is not a piano. Oh god. Uh, oh god. Yeah. Hmm. Oh boy, these guys as well. Oh god. Oh god. Every one of them has consumed that thing. Hmm. Yeah, and apparently a leader has come out, so harmless. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, and there. Oh god. No. Oh god. But he does have his abilities, so no, no, no. I don't think it's going to affect Mob or Reagan because Reagan. Oh, he kept it. Oh no. Oh no. Is he already affected? He's affected. Oh god. What's he going to do? He's probably taking them to. Oh no. Oh god. Yeah. How did he do that? Yep. He realized it. Thank God he realized it. Nah. Don't take stuff from strangers. Hmm. Come on, Reagan. Use your excessive charisma to brainwash them back. Or he cannot do it. Never mind. Yeah. Throw it away. Oh no, it's increasing. You mind your own business, old man. Oh god. Oh lord. Oh god, stop. Uh, oh my god, this guy's here. What the? Hmm. Oh my god, this is bad. A bit, a bit too passionate, you know. That's basically. Yeah, exactly. I guess that's true, but yeah, yeah. But, but what he's doing now? What the hell, Reagan? Why are you? I was gonna say that. Yeah, this is bad. So, no, he's not brainwashed. He's basically kind of saying that. No, wait, wait. Oh, yeah, he's gone. Yeah, oh boy. Is he here? Original Psycho Helmet Sama. Oh my god, Subom is here as well. Even the Body Improvement Club. Okay, that's it. Alright. This episode, oh boy, everything went crazy. And I was kind of saying in the previous episode, like, why did Misato and Tomei not contact him, even though they're the ones who brought everything up? So there you go, we have our answer. They have been brainwashed. And as soon, like, you know, as soon as I saw Misato talking like that to Mob, he was like, oh, I forgot, you know, like, yeah, sorry about it. The way she was talking, I was like, yep, she's been brainwashed because this happened before, if you remember the whole thing with Dimple. So it's pretty easy to kind of piece everything together that Dimple's doing it, and obviously he's been brainwashing, like, you know, like he's doing it in the same method that he did before. So yeah, obviously Mob wasn't able to understand at the beginning what's going on, but he did feel something was weird. Later on in his, like, you know, in the club, Tomei was like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. uh, That aside, like, let's talk about Psycho Helmet. And we can see how everything kind of spread. So basically what how everything spread was, like, she said that she was brought to a seminar. I'm pretty sure obviously Medato also went there. So that was like the origin point. They were brainwashed over there. Then they were given candy, those other food materials, those juice and everything which had those brainwashing powder or whatever. And those were given to all the already brainwashed people. For example, Tomei, maybe Misato as well, others. They come to other sections. Obviously, Tomei comes to school, to this club, and she hands out the candies. And she's like, oh, there you go. These are the things we got. And obviously, those things are, inside them are those brainwashing thing, and they probably consumed it, and it started spreading like this, little by little. So yeah, now Tomei is like, oh, everyone, let's pray to the Psycho Helmet religion. Like, we're going to do that for 5 minutes every day. And yeah, so stuff like that are happening. And later on, we get to see that Mob tries to find out what the hell is going on, and he sees that a founder has come out. And Reagan comes in, and Reagan is like, oh, you see, like, someone came in, and like, whatever, like, like, it's not that you probably could have been able to do anything, because you're not the leader type at all. So let's just leave it to them, like, they're doing their own thing. Let's just leave it to them, like, like, let them have their fun. Well, Reagan brings up the problems that are happening now is that they are getting more and more building, like, like, getting weaker and everything, like, that type of, like, requests. And he's saying that this is because of how the roots were the reason why this is happening. And he's like, the main culprit here is the tree, the divine tree. So unless and until we take the tree down, like, this is going to continue, and I'm going to get, like, more and more, like, these type of requests. And Mohammed's like, what's the problem? Like, it's work is still work. But he's like, no, this is low paying work. I don't want to do these construction jobs, like, I want actual stuff. And this is, like, way more painful, way more of pain in the neck, and also it pays very less. So I don't want all of those. So we need to take down the tree as soon as possible, the broccoli. He also says there's also another reason I'm doing it is because partially this is our fault. Like, he talks about how his grandmother's, like, watermelon actually sucked up all the nutrients, and, like, it killed all the other plants. And he's like, yeah, this might actually escalate into something way more crazier than we are actually expecting it to. So we need to stop this thing, uproot this problem literally before it is able to do anything more crazy. And yeah, so that's why their plan is to destroy the tree. So there you go. Now we can see in the city things are going crazy. People are handing over those broccoli candies, like, they're, like, giving, like, these, like, like, parfait cookies and everything, like, they're, like, handing over, and everyone's eating them. Obviously they're getting brainwashed. Now Teru also gets one, and Teru eats it. As soon as he eats it, he's like, I need to, like, I need to go to the Psycho Helmet religion. But then thankfully he's able to knock it out of his head, and he's like, oh my god, I almost got brainwashed. And he realizes what is going on, and he is like, okay, I'm pissed. What the hell are they doing to the city? They're handing all of these over, brainwashing people. Like, this is not okay. And he decides to go and confront it. He goes to the broccoli, kind of makes a hole in it, but it is, like, barriers and everything, but he kind of still forces his way down. And inside the broccoli, he meets the fake leader, or, Dimple, obviously, there. Now, at first he was like, wait, is that Mob? But then he's like, no, it's not Mob, it's someone else. And obviously he's like, oh, I'm the god, this and that, and she tries to brainwash him. And he almost got brainwashed. But then again, because of his heightened psychic abilities, he's able to break out of it. And he's like, where is that part? Okay, he grabs him and throws him into the, like, the walls, and he says, how dare you brainwash me, not once but twice. He's like, oh no, it's not brainwashing, it's a blessing. Okay, for those who have nothing and long for a place to belong, I'm giving them exactly that. And he uses his gravity to stop him. And okay, and then they start fighting. Wait a minute, where's that part? Okay, he attacks him and he says, your brainwashing signal forcefully makes people venerate to the psycho helmet religion. Okay, but here we go. But strong emotions can fight it and overcome the brainwashing. All right, so okay, interesting. So strong emotions can counter it. So I'm guessing Mop can never be brainwashed because of that, because you know his emotions are particularly strong. And we'll see what happens. Anyways, and he after Teru fights with him a little bit, he realizes that obviously he's not a human, and he cuts him down. And we can see, like I said, he's made of broccoli. And comes and he kind of goes in and sees the thing, like on the cut down, like, you know, pieces up close, and he realizes something. While all of this is happening, Minegishi, I think that's his name, yeah, the one who, the psychic who, like, you know, uses plants, he is not happy about the situation because he can see that weeds are, like, you know, like the, even the weeds are getting sucked up, the nutrients, the flowers and everything, everything's getting sucked up. And he's like, what the hell is going on? And then he finds out the root and tries to tap into it and tries to, I don't know, probably he tried to kill it, but it kind of countered him back and affected him. And he realized like something crazy is going on, you know, like that tree is no ordinary tree. And I guess he also kind of got brainwashed at that moment. And again, we see Teru and that Dimple fighting, and here obviously Dimple calls him by his name, Hanazawa, and Teru realizes that, oh, it's you, Dimple, isn't it? And he's like, yeah, I knew, like, you know, a spirit like you, we shouldn't put our trust in you. And he talks about Mob, like whether Mob knows that what you're doing, and he's like, oh, I don't care about Mob. I'm like, you know, my goal and his goal are completely different. This has always been my goal, to become like the god or whatever, you know. And yeah, and then they kind of cut off, like, you know, they don't show us what happened after that. We'll see later on, maybe. All right, on the other side we see Reagan and Mob kind of going around and thinking of plans to destroy the broccoli, but obviously how do you do that? That's like a huge thing. So Reagan's master plan: lift it up with psychic powers, carry it off and sink it in the ocean. Mob is like, how is it possible? How am I able to, will we be able to do it? And like, you know, like, since they need more ideas about it, and they're like, all right, let's go and ask Ritsu. And I was thinking, was Ritsu also brainwashed? But thankfully he's still not brainwashed at that moment, at least. And we go to his school, and he comes out and he's like, what the hell are you planning? You know, like, you're going to destroy the tree like that? Okay. I love Mob's reasoning. It's like, oh, before we, like, you know, we tried to lift a piano in school, we could not do it, so I asked other people for help and they helped me out and it happened. He's like, maybe we can do that here as well. This is like, oh my god, what the hell. Okay, so yeah, here Reagan talks about the whole watermelon. He's like, yeah, like, you know, my grandma, this also happened, so I don't want anything bad happening to the city. It's probably going to suck up all the nutrients, so we should destroy this tree as soon as possible. And Ritsu's like, all right, fine, let's do something. And yeah, now here Ritsu remembers what happened in the student council, and he talks, he remembers it. It's like a little flashback, and we see how there's like one random guy, he starts talking about the psycho helmet religion, and everyone was like, oh, I've heard about it. Obviously these guys are all brainwashed, and the few people who were not brainwashed they were like, what the hell is going on? And Ritsu was also very confused. So, like everything like went on like that. And then later on, they handed over the candies to everyone. Like I said, this is how they're spreading it. Like, people who are not brainwashed, they're just handing them candy. And he talks about the psycho helmet religion to Mob, and Mob is like, oh yeah, like I've heard about it. And yeah, now Reagan here talks about how it might be a problem because obviously this broccoli is their divine tree. So if we try to do something to it, they might, like they might get mad. But Reagan also says that they look like a harmless group. So yeah. Now Ritsu brings out his candy, the candy that has been given to him by the student council president. And yeah, Ritsu's like, here you go, these are for you. So thankfully Mob and Reagan puts it in their pockets. And now this part isn't, obviously Reagan did not get brainwashed here. So we can see that Ritsu is the only one who eats it, and obviously as soon as he eats it and they talk about how to destroy the tree, he starts walking and leading them to the place, like a place where everyone's gathered. Now there's one thing I'm kind of interested in, the civic center. They went there. How was he able to communicate about it to the other people? Because Ritsu comes in and the people there are looking at him. One of the person says that you're trying to destroy the tree, aren't you? Ritsu never said anything like that to them. So how did they know? Is it like a telepathic thing going on now? Like it's everyone, does everyone has like some kind of a psychic power now after, since they're like part of this group? Maybe Dimple did that. Maybe Dimple made like a network completely to keep an eye. That's probably what's happening, because in the end there was like a section where they say like, oh, Psycho Helmet Sama is keeping an eye on you. He can see everything. Maybe that's what's happening. Like Dimple, every people who's getting brainwashed, maybe Dimple is actually using them as like a network, as like everyone's eyes and everything. Dimple can see what they can see. Like he's literally becoming like a god, he's able to, all his subjects, he can see what they're seeing, he can feel what they're feeling, something like that's going on. And that's why the connection is there. And since Ritsu also went into that grid, into that network grid, he got attached to it as soon as he ate the candy. He heard from Mob that they are going to destroy the tree, and obviously since it's a network, it kind of got spread out everywhere. So even without Ritsu actually telling anyone, everyone got to know that, oh, Mob and Reagan are a threat. They're trying to destroy the tree. I think that's what's going on here. That's crazy. And yeah, everyone's there. And obviously at first, Reagan didn't understand. Reagan's like, what the hell is happening? Why did you bring us here? And then as soon as he sees the candy, he puts two and two together and he realizes like, oh, the candy is it's great. Like it's probably brainwashed him, and something like that is going on. And he realizes that he has the candy, even when Mob has the candy. So he's like, Mob, let's get out of here. And they start running. And Reagan tells about it to Mob that, oh, this is what's going on. The candy is everything. That's making everyone brainwashed. And yeah, so then another random old man, he's like, oh, you're trying to destroy the tree, aren't you? Like, it won't end up good. And like I said, it's a full-on network. Like everyone, any person who's looking at them, the information is going to go to Dimple. It's like a network completely. Like it's crazy. So yeah, now Reagan runs away. Reagan and Mob, and Reagan talks about how like everyone is like under surveillance in a way. I love how Mob tries to take out the jacket, and Reagan's like, what the hell is that shirt that you're wearing? And he's like, keep it on. It's going to give you extra defense points or something. Now, I need to read this part. Obviously, we can see Reagan is not happy about this whole thing. He's like, yeah, we need to do something. Where is that part? Those guys again start hounding him and talking about like that other Esper comes in again. Mob and Reagan runs away, and yeah, Reagan says that, so obviously the new leader is probably shady and he's going to interfere if you try to do something to the tree. if he's here you go, if he says if he's a villain, let's defeat him and take him down and destroy the brainwashing. Now I'm kind of curious at why Reagan suddenly changed his tune. Like, he was not brainwashed. Okay, you know what, I'm going to read this section again. Something happened. Like, moments earlier he was saying, I'm going to destroy, defeat the leader, and then underneath the bridge he says, hey mob, what do you think about the Psycho Helmet religion? Do you think they're the bad guys? And obviously mob is like, no, I don't think they're the bad people. They were just having fun doing something as a group. And Reagan says, you think so too? I also. Mob interjects. He says, but things are different since the new founder appeared. And if that person is fake and fooling them, everyone into worshipping them, I don't like how they are doing things. Here you go. Now Reagan says, but mob, there was never a true founder. How can you call him a fake? Are you trying to say that you're the true Psycho Helmet? Okay, and Mob says that no, the founder's existence was based on a false image to begin with. I don't think Psycho Helmet is a bad guy. What's the reason with this sudden shift? He was talking about defeating him and now he's saying this. He never consumed any of the candies, nothing. He did nothing of those sort. What's going on here? Every community needs a leader. It's natural to think of him as the president of a club. I'm sure he's mostly just responsible for figuring out the group activities and making sure everything runs smoothly. I'm sure it's a tough job. He's pulling off something you're not capable of doing. You don't need to hold a grudge against him or anything. That in the end, the one who has the most fun wins. Maybe it's a good idea to not take the divine tree away. There you go. Complete opposite, he's saying. If they need it so badly. Okay. Okay, let's head home, Mob. Mob says that Master Reagan, this is just a hunch. But have you been brainwashed? Okay, now Reagan says here, me? Well, I see. So this is what it feels like to be accused of being brainwashed when you were not. Okay, so Mob realizes that probably everyone is like this now. Only he's the one left. The hearts of the citizens are far more important than the city. Most of the people in the city are believers of the Psycho Helmet religion. We should just respect that. From now on, this city, this world, is going to live in harmony with the divine tree and the Psycho Helmet religion. And Mob just leaves. Obviously, he's like, Mob, I'm not going, okay? And here Mob says that I'm probably the only one that is normal now. Now, this is one thing I'm really curious about. How did it happen? Reagan did not eat the candy. He showed no signs of brainwashing. Why suddenly? It's just a guess or like a theory. I don't know if this is something related to that, but as they say, when everything when someone says like a weird thing, obviously you say something like, oh, you're talking crap, like how is that possible? That's not normal. And that person becomes the mad person. But when everyone starts little by little converting and becoming saying the same crazy stuff, however crazy as it is, if you're the only one who is normal, then automatically you're the one who becomes crazy. That's the thing. Like, that you're telling the truth, but you're all alone and everyone else is saying the crazy stuff. That's when you realize, like, wait a minute, maybe I'm not normal. Everyone else is saying this is the thing. Majority is what it becomes. Majority, it has like a weird power of brainwashing everyone. Like, as soon as everything like this started going in this direction, Reagan and Mob were the only one left who were normal. Even Reagan started becoming like them, even though he was not brainwashed. It's just like a I don't know, like a weird type of group hypnosis that happened to him automatically. I don't know. Is that why this happened? Because he was not brainwashed. maybe it's just a mental thing that he also started thinking like, oh, maybe they're right, you know, maybe they're right, everyone is telling the same thing, so maybe I'm the one who's crazy, they're the one who's correct. And as soon as that probably went in Reagan's head, he probably started saying that, oh yeah, they're right, we are wrong. And now Mob is like the crazy person here, the only person left in this crazy world. Or maybe this is just Reagan's ploy, maybe this is Reagan's master plan or something, I'm not sure. Like, this guy is crazy, he does some really crazy, puts up some really crazy shenanigans sometimes. So who knows if this is just a part of his plan, or if this is really, he's really being affected. We'll see. But either way, that would be an interesting, like, you know, reasoning why he suddenly started talking like this. Just because everyone is saying, like, you know, crazy stuff, Reagan probably started thinking that, oh, since everyone is saying the same thing, maybe they're not the one who is crazy, I'm the one who's crazy. And that's how he just shifted his whole thing and started becoming talking like them, and got automatically brainwashed without even consuming the candy. Who knows? And you know, like, we see like Mob quickly going and to in front of the tree, and everyone's just waiting, and they're like, oh my god, like, you know, like, this is the original founder. I'm pretty sure Dimple probably told something like that to them, and they're like, yeah, I'm so happy, like, you know, two of the founders are here. And like, it's kind of interesting to see that I thought everyone's going to stop him, but no one's stopping him. They're like, oh, he's also another founder. So Dimple definitely wants to have a proper confrontation with him, you know. And he, like, you know, obviously, like, since Mob was the original founder of this thing and Dimple has taken over, that's why he probably gave everyone, like, you know, the information that, oh, Mob, he's also one of us, you know, he's the original leader. So yeah, like, Dimple could have easily just used all the other people to stop him, but no, he did not do that. So we'll see what his plans are. And we can see everyone is here, everyone, the whole city is here, you know. Misato is like, oh, make way. And even Subomi is there, and the Property Improvement Club, everyone is there. And Mob is like in front of the tree, going to confront Dimple. And that's where it ended. Wow, this went crazy in a matter of 2 episodes. We'll see what goes on after this. Oh boy. Anyways, so yeah, there you go. That is it. That's my reaction to episode number 3 and 4 of Mob Psycho 100 season 3. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. And yeah, that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with 2 episodes of Mob Psycho 100. The episode that's going to come out today and next week, I'm going to do those 2 next week at the same time. Yeah, see you guys then. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.